One person an elderly man, is in a critical condition after a fire tore through a boarding house in Sydney's inner west overnight. Key points. The blaze ignited at a boarding house in Newtown just before 1 a.m. this morning. The blaze ignited at a boarding house in Newtown just before 1 a.m. this morning. Some residents of the boarding house are still unaccounted for. Some residents of the boarding house are still unaccounted for. Neighbouring properties were also evacuated at the height of the blaze. Police are investigating the cause of the blaze that ignited in a property on the corner of Probert and Albermarle streets in Newtown just before 1 a.m. 8 residents were able to escape the building, with 3 people taken to hospital. Footage from the scene showed flames burning in both levels of the 2-story residence as fire crews battled the inferno. A man with blood coming from the back of his head was also seen being carried by other men away from the property. NSW Fire and Rescue Superintendent Adam Dewberry said firefighters were confronted with an intense fire when they arrived this morning. Superintendent Dewberry said several residents had fled the flames, but others remained unaccounted for. He said it was unclear whether all of them had been home at the time. An intense fire broke out in Newtown overnight. There are concerns for the structural integrity of the building after it was engulfed by fire. Police later confirmed a body, which is yet to be identified, was found in the wreckage. A crime scene has been established as authorities work to determine the fire's source. Acting Superintendent Brett Van Acker said authorities were yet to locate 3 people believed to live at the building. Currently, we have identified that there is one deceased person in the building who is yet to be identified, he said. There were reports of an explosion at the scene, he said, and that was forming part of the investigation. Police say the incident was traumatic for residents. Acting Superintendent Van Acker said some residents were forced to jump from the 2nd level to flee. One of those who escaped was a man aged in his 80s who was taken to Royal North Shore Hospital in a critical condition. Police are making inquiries to account for all residents of the building. It's a very serious and dramatic incident for the occupants. At 1 a.m., no doubt they were asleep, Acting Superintendent Van Acker said. And very traumatic for them. Neighbouring properties were also evacuated at the height of the blaze.